So we just got done talking about probability. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about odds. Odds is different than probability. Odds is want over don't want. It's what we want to happen versus what we don't want to happen. Probability is what we want over the total. So this time it's want over what we don't want. The book definition says the odds of an event occurring is the ratio. So ratio is a fraction that compares the number of ways an event can occur. Well, that's what we want. Then it says the number of ways that it cannot occur. That's what we don't want. So I like to use these two words because it makes understanding it a whole lot easier. I also want to let you know is we could go ahead and use a colon as well. So we could say want versus don't want. So we could go ahead and write it either way, as a ratio, which is a fraction, or using a colon. It's the same thing. So let's go ahead and look at example 5, which is on P35. It says find the odds of rolling a number less than 3. So I need a number less than 3. That means 3 does not count. The only numbers that are less than 3 is 1 and 2. So what I want is only 2 possibilities. That means what I don't want, how many possibilities? There's a 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 4 possibilities that it's 3 or more. That's not less than 3. So I have 2, 1, 2 make 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 make 4 possibilities. So if I reduce this, then I would get I would get 1 over 2. Or I could write it as 1 colon 2. That would be the odds of rolling a number less than 3. I need you to notice that when we talk about odds, these two numbers will always add up to the total that there are. 2 plus 4 is 6. How many sides does a die have? 6. So that will help you a little bit. Let's go ahead with the exercise. I went ahead and I typed it out for you, the main instructions, which is on P36. So this exercise is found on P36. And it says 1 coin is randomly selected from a jar containing 70 nickels, 100 dimes, 80 quarters, and 50 $1 coins. Find each probability. So on number 1, they have P parenthesis quarter. What the heck does that mean? Well, the P actually stands for the word probability. So it actually stands for probability. And then the inside is what we want to happen. So P parenthesis quarter literally means the probability of getting a quarter. We want a quarter. Probability of getting a quarter. So let's go ahead and look at this. Probability is want over total. I want a quarter. Well, how many quarters are there? There are 80 quarters, and then I need to count the total. 70 plus 100 is 170. 170 plus 80 is 250. 250 plus 50 is 300. But I can go ahead and I can reduce this. Anytime we can reduce, we need to reduce. If I ever have a 0 on top and a 0 on bottom, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cancel the zeros out. That's actually the same thing as dividing by 10, but it's so much easier. Now, can I reduce 8 over 30? Yes. I can divide top and bottom by 2, and I get 4 over 15. That is the answer. Number 3. Number 3 says the probability of getting a quarter or nickel. This time, I don't care if it's a quarter or nickel. I apologize, I did not pause the video on number 1. Go ahead and pause the video for number 3. So we already know a quarter has 80, and there are 70 nickels. So So 80 plus 70 would be 150. And the total is 300. We already counted the total. I could go ahead and take the zeros off, and now I can go ahead and reduce my fraction by 15. You must always reduce when possible. That would be 1 over 2. Now some of you might have gotten, if you divided by 5, you would have gotten 3 over 6, which means you can reduce that again. You will end up with 1 over 2. Now we are on number 7. It says one of the polygons, four-sided shape, I actually put that in there for you, below is chosen at random. Find each probability. So on number 7, they want P triangle. That means probability of getting a triangle. Go ahead and pause the video and try. A triangle is a three-sided shape. There are 3 triangles, so 3 triangles and then 1 over total, so total would be 6 shapes. I could go ahead and I could reduce by 3 and I could get 1/2, 1 over 2. Number 9, they want P not a quadrilateral. So they do not want a four-sided shape. Go ahead and pause the video and try. Number 9, we do not want a quadrilateral, which means I do not want a four-sided shape. How many not four-sided shapes are there? There's 3 triangles, which is 3, and there's one that has 5 sides. So there are 4 that are not quadrilateral, and then there is a total of 6 shapes. If I reduce this, I can go ahead and divide by 2, and I get 2 over 3. Number 11, use a tree diagram to find the sample space for each event. State the number of possible outcomes. On number 11, the spinner at the right is spun, and 2 coins are tossed. Okay, so go ahead and try number 11 without me doing that and try to create a tree diagram. A tree diagram is columns that show your possibility. I have a spinner that is spun, and I have 2 coins that are tossed. So I'd have coin number 1, and then I would have coin number 2. Well, let's go ahead and look at this. How many options are there on my spinner? There's A, B, C, D, E. Then a coin is tossed. Well, I could either get heads or tails. Then another coin is tossed. Heads or tails. So I could spin A, flip heads. I could spin A, flip tails. I could spin B, flip heads, spin B, flip tails. Spin C, flip heads, spin C, flip tails. I could spin D, flip heads, spin D, flip tails. I could flip E, or spin E, flip heads, spin E, flip tails. So, I spin A, flip heads, I could hit heads. Spin A, hit heads, I could flip tails. Or I could spin A, tails, and then flip heads. I could spin A, flip tails, flip tails. Same for B, same for C, same for D, same for E. This is what the tree diagram would look like. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possibilities first, 2 possibilities second, 2 possibilities third. I would have 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20 total possibilities. Number 12. Pause the video and try. On number 12, at a restaurant you choose 2 sides to have with breakfast. So you get to choose a side for breakfast. You can choose white or wheat. Then you can choose sausage links, sausage patties, or bacon. So here's my side 1, which is toast, and then I have a side 2, which would be sausage links, sausage patties, or bacon. So I can choose white toast with sausage, I could choose white toast with sausage patties, or I could choose white toast with bacon. I could choose wheat with sausage links, wheat toast with sausage patties, or wheat toast with bacon. There's 2 possibilities for the first, there are 3 possibilities for the second. 2 times 3 would be 6. Number 16 says, find the odds of each outcome if a computer randomly picks a letter in the name, the United States of America. Odds is want versus don't want. Go ahead and pause the video and try. So on number 16, what I want is the letter A. So I want A. Well, how many A's do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 A's, and how many total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 total. I can divide by 3, and I get 1 over 8. I apologize. I make mistakes. It's want versus don't want. If there's 24 total, I don't want letter A, which means there's 21 not A. Divide by 3, I get 1 over 7. I apologize. Number 17. I need the letter T. Go ahead and pause the video and try. I want the letter T, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 letter T. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there is 20 non-T. I can go ahead and reduce by 4, and I get 1 over 5. That would be my odds.